All right. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday, June 8th. It's Monday again. How did that happen? So here we are. I really appreciate everyone being on the call. If you can make sure that your phones are silenced as we get started on this call. And as a reminder, we do have a YouTube channel we are loading these calls on. I'm shooting video as we talk, so you have the opportunity to come back and review these calls and just check in case you missed one. You can actually watch all the episodes that I've been recording, if you will, and you can binge watch if you needed to. Just kidding. There's a lot more interesting things out there. But what you can do is go on to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. That way, anytime I upload a new video, a new call, you are notified immediately. So that way you have it, and you can watch that video in case you missed it for the week. So YouTube, go out to YouTube and make sure that you subscribe. Before we begin, I want to congratulate our top agent for the month of June 1st effectives. That honor goes to Mr. Phil Cauthen. Excellent, excellent job. He did 25 enrollments the last time I checked. He may have even more. Excellent job, Phil. Congratulations. You are the top dog this month, and we appreciate your partnership. So thank you and congrats. Speaking of, we are going to start off our top producer dinner again for the month of June. I know we had put that off due to all the craziness that was happening. So the top dinner, we're going to start doing that again. In order to be invited to the top producer dinner, we do hold it locally. So those of you that are out of area and can't make it, don't worry, I'll make it up to you. But if you have at least 7 Medicare enrollments and you're in the top 10, then you are invited to dinner. So if you have more than 7, but you didn't make the top 10, unfortunately we only have 10 spots available, so that's how that works. But the top dinner is going to get started, and you will be invited by Miss Cindy, and she'll send out the invite to you for the top producer dinner. So we're going to start that back up. But I'd love to see everyone there. So if you're in the area, locally, we do that top producer dinner. We invite a sponsor to come in and talk to you about different ways that they can help you with your business. Sometimes we have doctors that we can introduce you to. Sometimes we have the health plans that may have marketing opportunities available. So it's an excellent opportunity, and I get to buy you a really nice dinner. So I hope to see as many new faces this year at those top producer dinners as I did last year. It was a real honor, and gives us an opportunity to kind of get to know each other. So I love that. All right, so let's get into the training for this week. Training calendar. It looks like the trainings are starting to slow down because obviously you want to go out there and you want to do sales, right? But also, training is important. So here's what we got this week. As of right now, outside of this call, United Healthcare is hosting a coffee and chat session, and this is done virtually here in the local market with Al Clancy and Deb Becker. That started at 9 o'clock, so after this call you can jump in with Al and ask any questions that you have. It's kind of a impromptu question and answer session. I think it's really great in case you have any questions about United Healthcare. If you're not here in the local market, check the United Healthcare calendar in your area or reach out to your manager if they are doing coffee and chat sessions with United Healthcare. I believe they're doing most of those nationwide. So if you're in a different area than Florida, obviously go out and speak to your manager about those coffee and chats. Also today at 1:30, Aetna is doing their agent certification training. So if you need help certifying for Aetna, today at 1:30, they will be hosting a certification training that's available on the training calendar. Tomorrow, June 9th, Tuesday, you've got a 10 o'clock session. Humana is hosting a Facebook class, and this is a pilot program. And if there's one training that you go to this week, this would be the one. There's a lot of activity happening on social media right now, especially on Facebook. If you are marketing to seniors, Facebook is the way to do it if you're doing social media. So Humana is going to host a session. They're going to be talking about compliance. They're going to be talking about marketing. They even have templates and pre-made advertisements and tools that were already pre-built and pre-approved for you to use. And they're going to go through that, where to find these tools, how to load them, and to make sure that you're compliant when you're marketing on social media. So again, if there's one class that you attend this week, that would be the one. I personally am going to make time to be on that class because I love to learn about social media. That's like my thing right now. So 10 o'clock, that's tomorrow morning, and it's hosted by Humana. You've got the link in there, so go check that out. Those of you that are new to Freedom, if you're just contracting with Freedom Healthcare, they are hosting a new agent training tomorrow, also at 11 a.m. So if you need to get your new agent training done for Freedom, that is at 11 o'clock. Okay. Wednesday, June 10th at 2 o'clock, supplement training. We've been getting some questions about how to sell supplements, and Justin, I'm a little shaky on supplements. What do I do? How do I, position myself for supplements versus Medicare Advantage? And so United Healthcare has heard our call, and they're hosting a training session at 2 o'clock. It is titled Selling and Understanding AARP Medicare Supplements. So it's specifically for the United Healthcare branded AARP Medicare Supplement. It is a WebEx, and it is available on our training calendar. Just go there, click the WebEx link when you're ready to join at 2 o'clock on Wednesday. On Wednesday, 3 o'clock, there's a couple of trainings happening. The first one is only really having to do with Simply agents. So if you're a Simply agent right now, Simply is a health plan here in Florida. Simply is setting up direct deposit. So if you don't have your direct deposit set up for Simply Healthcare, on Wednesday at 3 o'clock, they're hosting a WebEx on how to get that done. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment because there's some things you need to know about how to set up direct deposit with Simply. They're one of the last companies that are now setting you up to be paid directly. So all others, you guys are paid direct, and we love that. Also, 3 o'clock on Wednesday, Humana is hosting their Access Customer Information, how to run reports, how to check your application status, and submit service inquiries. That is a training that's being done by Humana, and it's mostly just diving into your portal. So if you need help learning how to use Humana's portal, this is an excellent training to jump in there. They're going to show you all the neat tricks and tips on how to get to your information that you need. Again, that training is on Wednesday at 3 p.m. And the last training for the week is on Thursday at 9 o'clock. Again, United Healthcare is hosting their chat session, Coffee and Chat with Al and Deb Becker here locally in Orlando, in case you have any questions about United Healthcare. So that's our training for the week. A couple of updates regarding training. 2021 trainings are starting to get dates now, meaning that the companies are launching dates and putting hard dates in the calendar, kind of like a save the date for your trainings. So as we progress, as you know, every year we have to do our trainings to stay active, certified, and ready to sell. Also, most importantly, you got to do your trainings in order to get those residual commissions. All your hard work is for naught unless you get those trainings done. So a couple of dates to remember. June 22nd, AHIP is launching. I've been asked questions, does that automatically come with a discount? The answer is no, it does not automatically come with a discount. So if you just want to get your AHIP done, it's going to cost you $175. But as these carriers roll out their training sessions, when you jump into AHIP, they give you a $50 discount. So it's best maybe to wait until you've got a code to put in. So although AHIP is launching on June 22nd, it looks like most of the carriers are coming a week after that. So you might want to wait a week to save that $50. Okay. Specifically, Humana is launching their 2021 certification class on June 30th. So again, if you want to wait for that $50 discount, it's best to let that Humana roll out first. You're going to jump in there, get that started, and it'll bounce you out to AHIP, give you that $50 discount, and now you're only paying $125 versus $175. So, just those dates. Also, Simply has announced that they're launching their 2021 training on June 30th as well. So you've got AHIP on the 22nd, you've got Humana on the 30th, and you've got Simply on the 30th. Those are the dates that I've seen so far, and as we see more dates, I'll make sure to keep you up to date on that. Now, going back to Simply, they are setting up that direct deposit training we talked about on Wednesday. Check the training calendar for the link there. But they only do a certain time of year where they let you set up your direct deposit. So that time period is from June 1st, which has already started, until August 31st. So if you want to get paid directly by Simply, you've got to get it done before August 31st. Otherwise, you'll continue to get paid by Health Plan Markets, which is no problem. However, you can get paid faster if you're paid direct. So that's a little caveat there. So make sure you get that done if you don't have your Simply training or your direct deposit set up for that. Also, I wanted to let you know, in regards to training as well, WellCare has their DocuSign enrollment tool now available. There is a pre-recorded training session that they emailed out to everybody, and it also lives in our Gold Key. So a little side note, I made a video for the Gold Key. It lives on our YouTube channel. So if you're not sure about how to use that Gold Key or what to do for the Gold Key, I'm going to make a little card here so you can click out and see that video. But go to YouTube, look for Health Plan Markets. You'll see us there, and you'll see the Gold Key training. And that's how you're going to access all these great documents that you have there. But also you can dig through your emails if you want. WellCare has that DocuSign training, which makes it very, very easy to send documents electronically to your clients to get them enrolled. So that training's out there. You also have United Healthcare. They are now rolling their on-demand training. So as you go into your portal system, they're rolling out what they're calling their Learning Lab. So this is a brand new incentive that United Healthcare is doing with on-demand videos, on-demand trainings, and on-demand marketing tools that you can get to at any time of day. So if you can't sleep at 2 in the morning, you get bored, you can go into your United Healthcare portal and you can learn. So that's the UHC Learning Lab, and that is available for you. Just as a reminder, we are currently in a special election period nationwide for COVID-19. As you know, the federal government has announced a special election period, so you can enroll anyone in Medicare. They can change their plan right now. They can jump on a plan, and you have that SEP available until June 30th. Okay, so that ends on July 1st. No more SEP. Anything you write this month up until June 30th is for a July 1st effective date, and they can get started on their brand new plan. No other special election period necessary. So if you talk to somebody and they're like, look, I don't have a Medicare plan, or I missed open enrollment, or I joined this plan during open enrollment and it's not doing what I need it to do, now's the time to say, hey, look, I can help you find a new plan. Let's get together. We have until June 30th to make any changes. So your SEP is available. For those on individual and family plans, there is no COVID-19 SEP. However, there's a lot of people out there, if they lost their job, if they changed their job, or if they had a significant change in income, they have an SEP any time of year anyway. And that's either loss of coverage or, change of income or loss of job, whatever that looks like. If their household income has changed, that is how you can get them to jump on an individual family plan through the Affordable Care Act, ACA, or even off exchange. They follow the exact same rules. So even though they might not want to be on the marketplace or have quote unquote Obamacare, they still have to follow the open enrollment guidelines. They have to have an SEP to change or switch plans or join a plan at this time outside of open enrollment. So just keep that in mind as you're out there and talking to folks. Cigna has jumped on the bandwagon. As you know, a lot of the major carriers are waiving co-pays until the end of the year because of the pandemic. So Cigna's jumped on board. Cigna is waiving their PCP and specialist co-pays. Also, they're waiving their behavioral health until the end of the year, so that goes all the way until December 31st. So any of your members that are on Cigna that might have a copay for their specialist, that's going to be completely waived. So really awesome for these health plans to jump in and do that. I was talking to an agent last week, and I wanted to share this with you. Actually, this happened twice in 2 weeks, so wanted to just straighten out, make sure that we're going to the right places. So you may be coming across people that are retiring early because of all this, or maybe they lost their job and they're going to take Medicare for the first time. Well, if they want to apply for Medicare, they do not go to Medicare to apply. So you're probably saying, what? Okay, so Social Security is actually the mothership here. So we need to make sure that Social Security is contacted in order to start Medicare. You have to go to Social Security to apply for Medicare. If you call Medicare directly, you're going to sit on the phone and then you're going to talk to somebody and they're going to send you to Social Security. So there's a couple of ways that you can apply for Social Security. The easiest, fastest, quickest, and most intelligent way is to go to ssa.gov, Social Security. If you type that into Google, you can go out to Social Security and you can apply for Medicare there. There's an online form. It's quick and easy. Just make sure you have your client. You can walk your client through it. It takes 10, 15 minutes to get that done. The other way is they have a form you can download and print, and then you can mail it back, or you can go physically into the office, to a Social Security office. I do recommend that it is an official Social Security office, because there's these little mom and pops that are all over the place that say that they can help you apply for Medicare. So just be careful. You have to go to an official Social Security office. So those are the ways that you can apply for Medicare. Again, you cannot go directly to Medicare. You have to go to Social Security. That's your starting point. Once you're on Medicare, then you go to Medicare.gov for all your information there. Even so, if you go to Medicare.gov and it says apply for Medicare, it's going to kick you out to Social Security. Don't ask me. It's our federal government, and we love them, right? All right, so let's talk about marketing, my favorite here. You may be not aware that some of your health plans, you're currently contracted with dental right now. And dental plans are a low-cost option to market and get people interested in health insurance. So we call it upselling and downselling, and there's two ways to do it. So if you have your book of business and you want to, one of the reasons you want to reach out to them is to let them know that you have a dental plan. Those of you that sell Humana, you have an excellent dental plan available. In fact, you have about 5 or 6 different options depending on where you sell, and they all start at around $11, $12. So you can call your entire book of business. One of the touch points is, hey, did you know that I offer dental plans as well? So are you having any issues with your dental? We can get a lot of that straightened out, and depending on what your needs are, I can get you set up for as little as $12 a month. So if you go out there and sell, 10, 20 policies like that a month on your own book of business, you can, at the end of the year, you could be pulling down an extra $3,000, $5,000, $7,000 on your current book of business just by calling them and letting them know that you now offer dental products. So dental plans, look at that. And then also you can start as a marketing point if you're going to jump on that training session with Humana. They've got dental ads. You can go out there and promote your dental needs and get on and push those dental plans. People, hey, yeah, I have a dental need, and then boom, you get them as a client, and now you can start talking to them about their health insurance. So if they're under 65, you can say, hey, what's going on with your family plan, your individual plan? How are you set up? And it's a great way to generate leads also. So you can make a little bit of money now, sell them that dental plan, and then put them in your prospecting funnel. So in October, November, you're hitting them again and saying, hey, it's open enrollment. Let's take a look at your full health plan. So great little in there. And then those that have Medicare, dental is the #1 reason outside of personal issues with doctors and such that people are changing plans because of benefits. So dental is a huge, huge part of that. So if you could fix those dental issues with a person, you may be able to win their entire Medicare plan. So put that in perspective as you start your marketing and your marketing strategies right now. So you can downsell your book of business to offer a dental plan, or you can sell a dental plan and then upsell to a Medicare Advantage plan or a Medicare supplement plan, whichever they want to do. Or again, for under 65, you can do the individual plan or the family plan, whether they go off exchange or on exchange. So dental plans is a great way to break the ice. It's super cheap, and again, you can do the application, fill it out online in 5 minutes, and then email it over to them. They sign up, and you're good to go. In fact, you have a landing page that's built by Humana that you can set up, and they're going to talk to you about that on the call on Tuesday at the training there. But you can set up your landing page, and that landing page will have a dental link, so you can send out people to your landing page. They click on the dental link, and they enroll themselves. You get full credit. And I believe the commission is 10% on those dental plans. So it doesn't sound like a lot, on $40, but that adds up really, really quickly. So another way to earn income, another way to generate leads and marketing and get yourself out there. So really, really consider dental plans. If you do not have Humana or you're lost on a dental plan and you need contracting assistance, please call our office. Everybody knows the number here. I'll make sure to put it out to you guys. It's on all of our emails, all of our text messages. You can reach out to us by phone or just reach out to Jessica. Many of you already know Jessica, and she can hook you up and get you started on those dental plans. All right. I will be sending out a guide to just, how are we getting ready for open enrollment? How do I stay busy right now? I created a short little guide that I'm going to email out to everybody. So check your emails on that. We've been talking a lot about training, but at the end of the day, for this to continue and for you to be successful, you got to make sales. You have to make sales, and the only way to do that is to go out there and get your nose bloody. So I've got a couple of little tips and tricks to stay busy, what you should be focusing on right now. And again, I'll send out that link in your email, so make sure you're checking your emails on that, and I'll get you that guide. And then the last thing, last week we did a contest for all of you that went out to YouTube and subscribed to our YouTube channel and left us a little comment. I gave you guys a $10 Amazon card. And thanks to Bruce, thanks to Barbara, thanks to Mary. I appreciate you going out there and doing that. And thanks to Kelly for subscribing to our YouTube channel. You guys all got a $10 Amazon card. So I got another deal for you this morning as well. So any of you that before 11 o'clock want to leave us a review on Google. So it has to be a Google review. And just type in Google. You'll see Health Plan Markets on the right side of the page. You'll see Google reviews. You'll see the stars there. Just click the stars, leave a review. And if you do that by 11 o'clock this morning and I get notified, I've got another $10 Amazon card for you. Again, this is only for the folks that are on the call this morning, and as long as you're putting that review in before 11 a.m. today. Shouldn't take you long. Honest feedback is much appreciated. We don't need fluff or any of that. And if there's somebody specific at Health Plan Markets that's been helping you, give them a shout out on Google. We really appreciate that. Whether it was Cindy that was helping you out, or Kim, or Jessica, or Sergio, or John, whoever it is, or Tom, whoever it is that you've been working with that deserves a shout out, put that out on Google. We really appreciate that. And if you get that done before 11 o'clock today, I've got a $10 Amazon card for you for, honest feedback. We do appreciate that. So that's all I have for this morning. Enough out of me. I'm going to go ahead and unmute everyone. As I do this, please make sure your phones are on mute. And if you do have a question, just unmute your phone yourself, and that way everyone can hear your questions as I unmute everyone. So here we go. All right, good morning. Does anyone have any questions for me that I can answer?
I do. My name is Julie Garces.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm new with Medicare,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to take my AHIP and all of that stuff, and you said we could wait a week. Do I need to wait for that week in order to take to contact with the dentist also? With the dental plan?
No, actually, that's a great question. So just for Medicare, you know, the 2021 trainings are coming out for AHIP, but dental policies have nothing to do with AHIP or training. So that's a great question. The one thing that you have to make sure is that you are licensed and certified and your contracting is complete. You'll get a ready-to-sell notification by email that you can, and then you'll know for sure that you can go ahead and go out there and sell dental plans, but you do not need AHIP to sell dental plans. So great question.
And so where do I contract for those dental?
Yeah, just reach out to Jessica. Jessica, I believe you have her email, or you can give us a call at the office and we'll get you set up with a couple dental plans.
Okay, great.
You got it.
And then my question is with AHIP. I don't really know what that is. Like, I'm only contracted with United Healthcare. Do I do it to them, or do I have to do it with every company?
So every company has their own certification, but globally, most all carriers do require that you have AHIP completed. So I know for a fact that United Healthcare, you can bypass AHIP and you can get started right away, but companies like Humana and Aetna, they all require you to have AHIP in order for you to begin selling. Now, if you're just starting off in Medicare and you don't have your 2019 AHIP done or your 2020 AHIP done, then if I were you, I would just wait another 2 weeks to get started with your 2021 AHIP, because when you get your 2021 AHIP done, it'll satisfy your 2020, and then you'll be able to sell for both years. You'll be able to sell immediately, and then you're good for another 12 to 18 months. You don't have to take that test again until next year.
Right. But what my question was, where do I do it? Or is there a separate company that I have to do that with?
Yeah, you'll get the AHIP link. You can go through United Healthcare specifically. So when you go into your portal, it'll say AHIP, and you can click the AHIP link, and it'll bounce you out to AHIP. So any of the companies that you go through their portal for their certification, it's going to ask you for your AHIP. If you don't have it, there'll be a link right there, and you just click that link, and it'll take you to the national AHIP test, and then you'll put in your information. You'll have to put in your credit card to pay for the test, and then you'll be done. I recommend that you go through the carrier because you're going to get a $50 discount. Normally it's $175, but if you go through one of those links that I was just describing, then it's going to be only $125.
Okay. So then that'll satisfy for the rest of the other companies that I want to contract with.
That's right. AHIP is like the baseline. You got to have your AHIP, and then you take each company's test. So they have a baseline training. So great question.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Justin, it's Mark.
Good morning, Mark.
I just want to review. I thought the special enrollment period for the coronavirus ended on last month. It goes to June 30, actually. Is that correct?
That is correct. So June 30th is the deadline for using the SEP for COVID. You're going to select weather-related incident or FEMA disaster, whichever shows on the application. You have this entire month, and the application must be effective July 1st. Unfortunately, you cannot future date it to August or September. It has to be first of the following month. So in this case, it's July 1st.
Okay. Thank you, Justin. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Any other questions this morning? You guys are letting me off good today. All right. Well, if there's no more questions, I want to thank everyone for being on the call this morning. If you didn't have a chance to ask a question this morning and you have a question to answer or ask or have me answer, you can shoot me a text message, you can send me an email, you can call us at the office. Just know that we're here to answer your questions because we want to make sure that you're ready to go and we want to make sure that you're successful. So again, thank you very much for being on the call. And for those of you that haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, that's where all these videos and calls are going to be hosted. So go out to YouTube, make sure you subscribe. put on that notification button so anytime we upload a video, you have the call for the week. So thanks again, and I hope everyone has a fantastic week.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.